You have a great Monday. You crush it on Tuesday. Come Wednesday, you're up $3,000. Thursday comes along, and now you give back half of those profits. Friday comes, now you're giving back all of the profits from the week and an additional $1,500. Sound familiar? I've been down that road. This is called the banker's trap. And it's the number one reason why most traders end up giving their whole week's profits back either on Thursday or both Thursday and Friday. So today I'm going to break this down for you guys and help you understand how you can avoid giving these profits back. Let's get into it. This is a pattern that I see in 80% of the traders that I've talked to or come across. And it's not that they don't know how to trade. It's just that they don't know how to hold on to their profits. In my opinion, making money in the market is not hard. I think it's one of the easiest things that you can do as a trader. Doesn't mean that it's easy to trade, but it's one of the easiest things when you compare to other things in trade. The hard part is keeping that profit into your account. And where does that come from? Overconfidence, which leads to larger position sizing, chasing setups, and actually getting relaxed on being disciplined to follow your rules. I've been part of that. I've actually done that myself. And where does it come from? It's pretty much a dopamine cycle where winning days prime your brain to seek more stimulation. Because as a trader, your brain doesn't register calendar days. It just knows that you've been winning and it expects you to keep winning. And as you guys know, in trading, that's not how the market works. It makes traders believe that because I've been winning, it's going to dictate the future outcome of my trades, which is most probably going to be a winning trade as well. So what happens? Most traders increase their position size. Based on what I've heard from other traders, usually it's anywhere between 20 to 40% increase on their position size. So if the position size has been $1,000, they increase their position size anywhere to $1,500 to $1,800. And that's where most of their losses come in from. And this is one of the issues that I face as well, where if I have consecutive wins, almost every single time I've been on a green streak, I tend to make a mistake on the third or the fourth day. And if I don't make changes in my trading right around that corner, usually I have a very, very large red day. So here's some of the mistakes that you want to avoid. First one is the position size. You think, I'm on a roll, I'm making so much, let me just add one more contract. Let me just get a little bit more aggressive on my position size. Second mistake is setup dilution. This is when you start justifying taking bad setups such as B and C setups, which you might not have a great winning rate on. Third mistake, daily target abandonment. This comes in from, let's say you have a certain target that, hey, if I lose this much, I'm going to call it a day. If I make this certain amount, I'm going to call it a day. When you start avoiding those rules, you start to make mistakes such as, let me take another trade. Let me size up on the next trade. I have had this much profit. It's okay if I take another trade. You start justifying taking more trades when based on your previous stats, it's not something you should be doing. For example, if you're up on the week up until Thursday, $3,000, and on Friday, you go beyond your daily loss limit of $1,000, which might be very aggressive, but let's just use that as an example. You go beyond that $1,000 loss because now you're trying to take your fourth or fifth trade, trying to make that $1,000 back. What's going to eventually end up happening is now you're desperate. You're going to start taking trades out of desperation, which won't really work out. Now you're down another $1,000. And you think, you know what? This setup looks amazing. This is where you start focusing on setups B and C, which are not A+ setups. This is where you give up another $1,000 or $2,000. Now you're red on the week. You've given back your whole week's profit. And at this point, your weekend's going to suck. And trust me, I've been there. I've made these mistakes. In order to avoid going through this rabbit hole, you want to set up certain rules so you avoid going down this rabbit hole. The first rule, any day you're up more than 50 to 70% of your usual wins. So let's say usually you make $200 on an average. The day you're up more than $300 to $400 on that day, walk away, because that's where the mistakes are going to start to happen. You might be able to get that next trade right, but if not, the following day you're going to start making mistakes because you already started to break the rules the previous day. And to see your average winning day, you could easily go on TradeZilla and look at your weekly calendar and it'll tell you exactly how much your weekly average is. Or you can look at the profit factor or profit versus loss factor on the top of your screen, which helps you understand, hey, this is how much I usually make, this is how much I usually lose. Second rule you want to apply is on the days where you have the biggest losses, be it Thursdays or Fridays, right? Size down those days or take off your profit a little bit quicker than you usually would. Usually on Fridays, I like to change a few things up about my trading. I try to avoid opening drives if the market is in range. I don't take my first aggressive trade until after 10 a.m. These rules kind of help me make sure that I don't get caught in Data Friday. And as you get towards the end of the week, start decreasing your position size. If you've had a great Monday and Tuesday, on Wednesdays, size down. If you had great Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, size down on Thursday. Because now if you do make a mistake and you're wrong, you're only going to give back a certain percentage or a smaller percentage of your usual position size. And once you're wrong and you're able to catch that mistake, a good rule of thumb will be to get out of the market, step away, and stop trading for that day. Because the quicker you're able to catch yourself and take a step back, the easier it will become for you to be able to walk away on other days. So here's a system that I built for myself that can help you guys as well. There's just a small tweak that I would make if you're a new trader. Now, one thing that I'm not a fan of is setting targets. As an options trader, I think it just does not work very well. Because what happens is you're going to start chasing, let's say your daily target is $500, market is choppy, and you manage to make $400. That last $100 could be costing you $400 of profit, because if you make a mistake, you might end up overholding, the trade goes against you. Now, where you were looking to make 100, you've just lost $200-300. So I wouldn't really set targets, but what I would pay attention to is how much do you average return per day. So if you average make $200, whenever you're up 250 to 350 on the day, take a step away. Second, and this is very important, this is something I emphasize on a lot, set daily loss limits. How much you are willing to lose, and if you lose that amount, you walk away. Very simple. This is going to make sure you don't blow your account. Try to keep a certain percentage of your account or your position size. So for example, if you usually take 2 losing trades and your average loss on each trade based on your data is 20% or 15%, right? That's total of 30% on 2 trades. What you want to do is try to limit yourself of 70% of that loss, which means you don't want to give back total of 20% on 2 position sizes. The moment the second trade starts to go against you and you see that you're already down 10%, close that trade out. That will keep you very closely to your daily loss limit. So if your account size is $3,000 and your average position size is 600, I would set a daily loss limit of somewhere around $200 to $300. If I hit that limit, I'm walking away or switching to a paper account, and that's going to be the end of my day. The third thing you want to add into your system is if you've made more money that particular week than your average from the previous 2 weeks, start sizing down. So for example, if week first I'm up $1,000 and by the end of Tuesday on the second week, I'm already up $1,200, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm going to size down anywhere between 50 to 70% of my normal position size. The next thing in your system is going to be weekly loss limit. This is going to make sure that if you've had multiple loss days or red days, you stop trading for the remainder of the week, you reset, you switch to a paper account, and that's going to help you make sure that you don't spiral down and lose your confidence. So if on an average, let's say you're giving yourself a daily loss limit of 300, I would keep a max loss of your each position size, which is going to be 600. If you lose $600 anytime in the week, that is it. You don't trade anymore for that week. Switch to a paper account and focus on trying to build that confidence back. In trading, the goal isn't to have amazing days every single day. It's to know how you react on terrible days, when market is not choppy, when your performance is not well. How you react on those days is going to define what type of a trader you're going to be come 2, 3, 5 years. Consistency is going to beat brilliance every single time. So focus on consistency, build rules and systems around your trading psychology so you can make sure that you're contained and not making mistakes. So comment below, what are the days that you typically lose most of your profits? When I first started to trade, most of my profits would go away on Thursday or Friday, mainly because I would get excited. Those are the days that weekend is coming, I'm up big, right? Let me take some risky trades. And that's where data hits. There's a lot of things that impact options those 2 particular days. And in my last almost 12 years of trading career, I've realized most people that I come across, majority of them have their losses on Thursdays and Fridays. All right, guys, hope this video was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video.